57.
I like that.
We'll see. Let's see. 57.
Are you going to talk that way?
Nope. We already did that. We already did that one. Okay, give me another one. 93. Don't think we've done that one. Okay. Who is your character's biggest rival? Interesting.
And for Grotus, it's himself and his own mortality, right? It's gotta
Okay.
be, right? My biggest ops, the fact that I will one day extinguish from this earth.
Cringe.
No, you'll live forever.
Dying is cringe as balls, y'all. I'm out of it. I'm gonna resonant echo myself into an echo form, and I'm gonna fucking upload my consciousness to whatever the cloud is in this world.
Probably just a cloud.
But which one?
Mm-hmm. Gotta make sure it's a good cloud. How about you, bros?
Well, that'd be Dave from junior high. He knows what he did. That's all I get.
All right. Well, hopefully Dave isn't part of a rival circus we run into at some point in the future.
Oh, Dave better never cross my path.
All right. Honker.
Every rival ends up dead pretty quick, like within several hours.
All right. I mean, that's one way to deal with it, certainly.
Yeah, like Honker loves you or he's going to murder you, and there's no in between, I guess. The concept of rivalry, I guess, doesn't quite it just doesn't comprehend.
Right.
But you know what? You always know where you stand with Honker.
Yep. If you're alive, you're good.
Exactly.
How comforting. What a simple life.
In Honker's eyes, we all get the joy of being perceived as a toy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The pure, terrifying love of a child. Oh boy. Alright, so let me get the map up here for you guys to maybe refresh your memory a little bit. Because it has been a moment. April was a little bit of a roller coaster for a lot of reasons. Oh boy. But I'm glad we are back. Does anybody remember at all what we're doing here?
Absolutely not.
You're standing here in front of these buildings and you're just like,
do it.
what? Where am I? What am I doing here?
Kind of come to and just. Oh,
All right. So, what we got up to last time then is, of course, we had, the whole incident with the show getting attacked, and we went, rescued the family, got some stuff for getting the tent fixed, and you found out some info from the mayor that there was this horse that had wandered into town, and it was a horse that had been known in the past to be one that was drawing a carriage that made regular trips out to this gambling hall theater type place, kind of on the edge of the jurisdiction of Willowside, because from laws in the past, it used to be illegal, and so this got built out there, and it's just been out there ever since. But this horse wandered in and was looking really rough and had painted on its side, uh, "The party never stops," and had looked like it was like a little beat up and stuff like that. And nobody had heard anything about uh, Fortune's Hall in a bit. Um, and you recall from asking around town a little bit, like you were talking to, I believe it was the gal who is at the kind of main chapel in town, and she was mentioning how the Caristers, who were the owners of Fortune's Hall, how they had mentioned that they're uh, she had heard them talking about how they finally solved all the problems or something, and that there was this like book or something they had. Um, she wasn't really entirely sure on all of the details, but they seemed to have thought they figured something out. And that was like the last that anybody had heard. And so you guys went out here to Fortune's Hall, where you currently stand outside of. This is a decently large building. The lights are all on. There is music you can hear coming from inside the building. Um, so something seems to be happening. When you guys were out here in the front, I believe it was Maz took a look in the pond out here in the front. There was a bunch of weird like tadpole things in it that you guys fucked up. Um, and so those are all currently dead. But otherwise, that's pretty much all we did once we got here. So standing out here in the front of Fortune's Hall, of course, you got the pair of nice ornate double doors. Right to the north of you into the main hall itself, and then to the west of you, there is what appears to be a stable. Probably where that horse came from. Um, and it stands to the west of you. Its main gate wide open.
Somebody's been fucking with the stables.
Not cool.
Well,
Well, if there's still music coming from inside, then whatever tadpole nastiness is either already in there and playing the music, or the horror hasn't hit yet. Maybe we should investigate stables.
mm-hmm. Cool. All right, so you guys heading over to the stables there on the west side of the map.
Yeah, Grotus is reaching in his pack and grabbing a handful of salt. So his first couple punches are just going to be loaded against salt because he's expecting more squishy amphibians or some shit.
Cool. Just make sure, can everybody see the map, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, weird, because like it's only showing like Quick's token is seeing the map in the corner for me. I don't know why it's not showing anybody else, but I just wanted to make sure that that was
I'm
visible.
seeing it. I got dynamic lighting and stuff.
Okay,
And
cool.
Yeah, it's working just fine for me.
Awesome. Okay, it's just not showing that for some reason. Cool. All right, so you guys head over to the stable, and oop, here we go. So this is a pretty large stable. You guys walk in the door, and as you guys get close and like get come in through the door, there's a pretty nasty stench coming from the stable here, and it's a stench that you have been all too familiar with in your travels here. This is the stench of death. It is not a good smell. Um, but this is a pretty large stable. It's like 15 feet tall. Out just outside the door, there is the wagon with the distinctive red and violet colors, which was the one that would go back and forth between here and Willowside, taking patrons to and from the for the festivities here. Inside the stable here, when you step in, you see that there are 3 horses that are in a couple of the stalls here, and they neigh loudly when you enter, and you look at them and you can see that they are starving. Like, they do not look good at all. And the other thing you notice is the stall in the bottom right corner. There's like a larger stall down there. Um, has a pile of several human corpses in it.
How long would it take to skin them?
Oh, that's a good question. So Honker, you head over to this pile of corpses here. And as you approach, there is this strange kind of ethereal wail that happens. And the kind of bloodied bodies of these people, you're not sure who they are, um, coalesce into a enormous skeletal creature. We'll get a good picture of one here. Where is it?
I'm picturing bone mass.
Kinda, yeah. Kind of bone mass. It's like big skeleton. It's got weird fleshy bits in some spots. Big, big undead monstrosity. Everybody roll them up. And I'll take care of Maz here. All right. So, top of the order here is this huge undead, which you haven't seen anything quite like this before. This thing it is huge. Its head almost goes all the way up to the roof, like it's towering over the the walls of like the stable enclosure that it kind of formulated itself out of, and lets out this kind of weird guttural scream and moves out of the stall towards you all. And let's see. You see it swipe at Maz with its claw.
Not the claws on Maz.
Claws on Maz indeed. Whew. Oh, owie.
Oh, owie.
Um,
Shit.
Shit.
well, that's not really how you want to start.
I will try not to kill Maz while she's not here. Because that's a little unfair. All right. And that is its turn. Which brings us to Maz, who's currently downed. It's been a moment since we had this. Trying to remember exactly how that worked in Pathfinder. Fuck.
They roll it's their dying one, and they roll like a flat D20. They can roll a recovery check in the main page of the character sheet.
Recovery check. Let's see.
Kind of towards the bottom.
Oh,
there.
I see it. I see it. Come on. I clicked it. Huh. It's not working for some reason. Then I'll just go ahead and roll a 20.
You're looking at beating 11, so now you're
17.
yeah.
10
So
plus
now you're
six.
like doomed one,
But conscious.
and no,
Oh, not conscious.
unconscious, 0 hit points, doomed one. And then if you go into dying again, you'll be dying 2 because you're
Right.
doomed 1.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. All right. So
On a success, your dying value is reduced by 1. So she's a dying 0.
right.
Yeah, right.
Okay. That's right. Okay. Okay. And I think that's all she can do on her turn. Then is just roll
To not die.
Yeah.
to not die. Okay. All right. Grotus. Giant skeleton monsters came and murked Maz.
Don't like that. My instant emotional response is to slip into a drunken stupor and launch myself at the problem with a flying kick.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Naturally.
Trying to hit this thing right in the fucking elbow with a nice big flying, spinning drunk man's kick.
Okay.
Here come the rolls.
In a little bit.
God damn.
Next time you get up.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll my deception thing.
Okay.
Okay. Faint.
Ooh. That does not succeed.
Well, here's the rest of the attack anyway. Flurry of blows. Fuck.
Buck.
Hey.
Holy. Oh my God.
Getting him out of the way.
Get him out of the way.
early.
Get him out of the way. All right. Scorch. There's a giant thing made bones.
I know Scorch is so excited.
Let's fucking go.
So Scorch, seeing big old pile of bones, licks his chops and goes for the femur because that thing looks delicious.
Whew. Fuck. All these low rolls.
We are getting boomed.
Literally.
That was a horrible joke. Why am I laughing?
Oh man. Oh, and don't forget that Scorch is technically a barbarian. So he does have access to those things.
Oh yeah, I need to look at that stuff more.
Yeah, that should be. It's like if it's on like the combat tab. It has like the info about rage and whatnot. So yeah, he can go. He can go
okay.
doggo Angie mode. All right, Honker.
I'm gonna do a lingering composition and what does that look like? Honker moves like has just been kind of watching and like honestly the lingering composition is just him calling it like he sees it and he's just like wow, and he kind of cracks his shoulders and says I guess I'll carry, and so that'll be that's a performance check for me.
Okay. Nice.
And that should hopefully inspire courage on everyone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which I see that's on him. How much did that was that a success or critical success?
That would be a critical with a 40.
Okay. So once that falls off, basically the inspire courage will stay on for or four total rounds. Three extras.
Sick.
So I
Awesome.
won't have to do that for a couple rounds. And then is this a touch? Yeah. I can't see the enemy here, can I? So I guess I'll have to
Yeah, you have
move.
to step into the stable. You've heard all this business. You walk in, Maz is on the ground, giant skeleton.
I come in. I have one action left. So I will play my Dirge of Doom.
Okay.
And that'll frighten him. So I'll debuff them. You guys are all buffed. That's my turn.
Okay. Braz.
Okay. I think I'm gonna try an alchemist bomb at him just to see if it's gonna do anything. We're gonna do a bottled lightning. Okay, he'll still get splash.
Mm-hmm. Yep, go ahead and apply him.
And then we're gonna throw one more.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
Okay, actually, it says that he resisted that.
Mm-hmm. He did
So
indeed.
electricity does not work very well on this guy. That's my turn.
Okay. Grotus, you're up first.
Redemption time. Windmill. Flurry of blows.
Hey, that's more like it.
Roll or be stunned. I don't know why it's doing half damage because I got all the magical damage.
That's right. Yeah, that should. Yeah, it does have some resistances, but yeah, since you have the iron shit going on, let me fix that here manually. Okay. And then you said that was the stuns roll.
Yeah. Fortitude save against my class DC or be stunned 1, stunned 3, and a crit fail.
Okay, it rolled a 32.
I think mine is 31.
Ah, just barely. Damn. Okay.
Okay, so then the rest of the attacks.
Okay. Mm.
Cool.
Okay. Which brings us to the big thingy. All right, so it is frightened. That's right. It's frightened from Honker's business. So its first action, with its claw that it was attacking at Maz with, it reaches down and it grabs her off of the floor, and let's see here. What is this roll here? It tries to swallow her.
Shit.
What?
Right, and she manages to, like, it's awkward for it to try to, like, get it into its mouth. She manages to succeed. So she's still being held by this thing, but isn't swallowed. Honker.
Honker will. Let me re-up the. I should have done it earlier, but I'll re-up the Inspire Courage. Everybody.
Yeah, and
So I
that won't
have.
take any action. That's just still holding over from. Mm-hmm.
Am I able to get up into melee range with it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like, you guys, there's enough of you that are kind of small enough that you guys can kind of get up in each other's business.
I'll share my square with you.
Yeah. My bubble.
I will get up in to melee range, and then I will do my best to attempt to swallow it.
All right. Swallow for swallow. Let's go. Whew. All right. So you try to
That's a lot.
chomp on this thing. You do take some chunks out of it. I mean, it probably doesn't taste the best. And it does. It's a little difficult to bite with the bone business, but you do get some damage in there.
Hunker, do you have taste buds?
That's a good question. It might just taste like nothing.
I got things that look like taste buds, but yeah.
Purely decorational?
Yep.
I like the attention to detail.
Mm-hmm. All right.
They are cigarette burn on my tongue.
All right. And I think you still have an action left, right? Does that take two?
No, that was my whole turn. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, that's right. Okay. All right. Maz. Okay, so she's not dead. At this point, is there anything she can, like, do?
Nope.
Okay, like until she, like, gets, like, healed in some way. Or something.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, then Maz.
Oh, I don't need any more. Unless, sorry.
Oh, you're good. All right, so yeah, Maz is just in this thing's hand. Braz.
Okay, well, I don't want to do anything to hurt Moz, so I'm going to go ahead and just attack it with my club.
Okay. Ugh.
I need to update my damage. I was looking at some stuff wrong. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, let me take a look at Braz's really quick. The club here.
I know, I don't always pay attention to my club because I rarely use it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, up to date.
Let's see.
I like to explode stuff.
Yeah, that seems like that should be. Let me take a look at this here. Okay, yeah, that should be. All right, let me take a look at what I have Maz's weapon set as for that. Let's see. Versus. Okay, so that is. And then the damage should be. Yeah, I would expect it would be somewhat close to that. Okay. Braz, go ahead and do your attacks again on your club. Because that seems like that should be a little more accurate to what. Okay, well, that's a good sign. All right. All right. Yeah, because I guess I thought that looked a little low.
That's on me too. I should pay more attention to that.
That's
I
okay.
so
That's
rarely
okay.
use the club.
No worries. All right. And Scorch.
Okay, so I am gonna try Rage with Scorch.
Okay.
This lasts for a minute. Do I just have to keep track of that, or is there any way to like put that on?
Yeah.
So like a minute, like each if it's the same as like D&D, like a turn is like what 6 seconds or something like that.
It's around.
10
Yeah.
rounds.
Or yeah, 6 round or a round. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, so it'd be like 10 rounds then.
It'll fade quickly after combat, but like 10 rounds of combat's plenty.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then it does. Let's see. What does it say it does in here?
And does 2 additional damage on melee strikes.
Okay, which is all Scorch does with the chompers.
And then I take a -1 penalty to AC. And I
Uh-huh.
can't use actions with the concentrate trait, but I don't think Scorch has anything like that anyways.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so extra chompo damage.
Okay, so I can, if I hit, I can just do a +2.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's go ahead, give this a try. Scorch is really mad he didn't get the bone the first time.
I know. There's so many bones to choose from. Oh, these bones.
That's what she
They're
said.
too exciting. Oh, come on. I saw that like linger on the 16 before it flopped back off. Jesus. Oh, poor Scorch. All these bones and not enough time.
Really overwhelming.
It is really overwhelming. I mean, there's like probably several hundred bones. So, like this is something
Well,
else.
I'm pretty sure that the human body has over 200. I don't know how close this thing is to that, but
Well, I mean, it is like made up of at least several human bodies. So actually, I guess it's more like probably 1,000 or two bones, at least.
well,
So
you can see why Scorch is very overwhelmed
that's
then.
fair. Poor Scorch is overstimulated. All right, so skeleton. Let's see, we're still frightened from the Dirge of Doom. All right, so still has Maz in the grasp here. All right, so you see it. Like it's kind of it's holding up Maz here, and like you guys have all been trying to bonk on it. Let's see how big of a. Where is this? I guess this would hit Grotus and Scorch. Let me make sure we're targeting the right people here. All right, reflex save. Scorch saves. Grotus does not. And the big skeleton dude like opens his mouth and kind of like roars, and this spray of like bone shards like shoots out in front of it here at Grotus and Scorch.
Jesus
my.
Christ.
Whew! That's a lot of dice. This thing ain't no fucking joke. Jesus fucking
I'm
Christ.
pretty sure this guy's in our wheelhouse. He might be too hard.
I'm trying to think we should have just burned the stable from the outside.
Right?
Horse is out first.
Whew. All right, Maz is up first, still just chilling in the hand, best as she can. Honker. Whew. We're starting off a little dangerous tonight. Fuck.
Yeah, Honker's getting kind of worried here. So Honker will Spirit Link Moz at it's a signature spell, so I'll do it at it's a 6th level spell.
Ooh, okay.
So I hold on. There we go.
Okay.
Then I'm just gonna do this the right amount of times. It's I just do this 6. It'll heal her 12.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I will say, don't forget the various abilities that you guys have picked up from the Aeon Towers as you've gone around.
I never remember we have those.
We have the regeneration one. I remember that.
Yeah,
one.
because I know at least one of them is a healing one.
Yeah, one gains like regeneration 4 or something like that.
Let's see. Let me...
Okay, and one could say that Moz was delaying their turn.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Indeed.
Now they're conscious.
Right. Right. That is true. So with that, then I guess we'll have Maz do their delayed turn since they were woken up here. So they come to, and they're in the hands of a skeleton. Very spooky, and it's not even Halloween yet. And Maz, he is going to reach for her rapier here, and in a fit of frustration, try to stab the heck out of this thing. Nice. Nice. Darn. Oh, gross. I think I might know what might fix your... Oh, wait, no, you have that set as magic in your details. Because I noticed that Maz's weapon is magic, and it didn't seem to do the resistance thing, but... Huh. I'll look at that and make sure it is doing that on yours, too. Weird. Alright. Okay, so Honker, you did the heal. Did your heal thing take all your actions,
That's
Honker?
all 3. Yep, that's my whole turn.
Okay. Scorch. Has Scorch calmed down enough to be
I don't
somewhat
know.
accurate?
We're gonna see.
All right. Hey, let's go. All right, that's some bite, and then yeah, go ahead and roll a little extra, or I'll do the extra damage in here.
I had already forgotten about it.
That's all right. I'll get it here. So let's see. We got 1, 2, and okay, 2 hits, and it's an additional. What was it? Did it say additional
+2,
2?
so +4.
Okay.
I hit it twice.
Gotcha. All right. 1. Okay. All right. Good job, Scorch. Scorch has got like he's got a tibia or something in his mouth.
Well, he was going for the femur, but that's close enough.
Yeah.
Right underneath.
Right. All right. Braz, you're up.
Okay. I guess I'll do the club again because if it's still holding Maz, I don't want to hurt her.
Nice. Okay.
I'm hitting it in the kneecap.
Understandable. Oof. But you still got at least one good hit in. All right.
That's not my thing.
Grotus.
Time to get grip.
Knock his head off, Grotus.
That's what I intend to do now. A series of stumbling strikes.
Okay.
First one. Flurry.
Boom.
Aha! Suffer it. Full damage.
Excellent. Nice rolls.
1. First of all, he's got to be stunned. Be rolled to be not stunned.
Ah, yes. All right. Where is his thing? Fortitude.
He is stunned 1.
28. All right. Let's go. Keep on wailing.
More strikes.
Nice. Excellent. All right. So you plunge your fists into this thing, this mass of bone and flesh, and your strike deconstructs whatever weird spiritual, angry spiritual business was holding this thing together, and it collapses into a heap of bodies again on the floor, and drops Braz in the process, who kind of lands on
It was
ceremoniously in
holding.
the hay.
You mean it dropped Maz?
Or Maz, yeah, dropped Maz. Unceremoniously in the hay, and you're now alone in here with the starving horses and all of these bodies. Honker, are you still wanting to examine these bodies?
Yeah, is there skins I can take, or is it just bones? Do we
Uh,
have we have a bag of holding, right?
You do have a bag of holding. It's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, you got it from some nice artsy kids from the family that you rescued that does fabric work. And now you're gonna fill it with pieces of corpses.
Yeah, I want
So,
to do that.
so in terms of flesh, like there is flesh in all of this, but it's fairly mangled. Like it's not in the best condition in terms of like making a nice sheet for leatherworking purposes. So might be a little difficult to work with.
Okay, never mind then.
I'm really fighting the urge. I really want to take a bunch of bones for Scorch, but I don't want to teach him that he should eat human bones.
So aside from Honker, aside from examining this thing and examining the quality of its materials for crafting purposes, uh, you do, looking over this, um, these appear to be, there's like mixing of like clothing and other things and stuff in here. Whoever these people were, and they all seem to be wearing fairly typical things that you've seen people around Willowside wearing. And you do find a couple of items. I'm kind of digging around in the muck here. You find an Aeon stone, which this one is. Why did they change this? How do I? Change this menu on me. Oh, maybe I can do that in here. Let's see. Come on. There we go. All right, so there's an Aeon stone. So kind of like the other ones that you have found in the past, these are little stones that when you have them on your person, they kind of orbit around your head and have various different effects. This one is a gold Aeon stone. And does anybody in particular take that gold Aeon stone? It's in the party sheet.
It does.
Sure. So you grab this Aeon stone and you put it on, and you feel like you understand a language you didn't before. You're not quite sure which one because you didn't exactly know which language that was, but when you have this on, you feel like you have a greater understanding of something in terms of language.
Turns to everybody and says, ¡Qué magnífico! Yo siento muy magnífico. Sí, yo comprendo muchas lenguas y no sé, no sé, nunca te digo, es muy finito. Soy muy pruda. Duración de mucho tiempo y de mucho trabajo y que no puedes comprender más lenguas que mi original.
I
Es
didn't,
el
Yeah.
primero,
I didn't
es el
realize we had
primer-
our new woke Marxist Pope in our midst here, since he's
es el primero
Peruvian American.
es el
Well,
primer momento en mi vida.
Grotus, I speak 6 languages, and you're just talking gibberish, dude.
Come mierda.
And the other thing you find in here, Honker, is there is a sprig of what appears to be mistletoe. And, despite being in all of this mess, is still in like pristine condition. It's a group of several leaves, and there's a couple of like the little mistletoe berries on it. And this, if you're holding it, it gives you a +2 bonus to nature checks, just by having it on your person.
Do they
And
run the risk of somebody kissing them?
it does not have that, but it does have a couple of interesting effects that it does. So once per 10 minutes, which that's an interestingly short range of time, you can squeeze juice from one of the berries and smear it onto a non-magical club or staff to cast Shillelagh on it. And let's see. You can also, once per day, tie the sprig around one of your wrists and touch a tree to cast tree shape upon yourself. Except instead of becoming the entire tree, you become a vine. Like you turn into a vine on that tree if you do that. That's interesting.
No thoughts, just tree.
No thoughts, just tree vines. And then the last effect that it has is once per day you can plant the mistletoe into an area of earth or stone, and once planted, it will immediately sprout into an area of holly bushes that doesn't impede movement and pulses with positive energy, replicating the effects of a field of life spell, which lasts for 1 minute. And then when the magic ends, the holly bushes all just like back into the mistletoe. Let me look up what the field of life spell is. That sounds cool.
That does like a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool fucking little item there. Goddamn. Let's see. Field of life. Let's see what this is. A field of life energy fills the area, exuding warmth and rejuvenating those within. And this is it's a 20-foot radius circle. Every living creature that starts its turn in this area regains 1d8 hit points. And any undead creature that starts its turn in this area takes 1d8 damage.
So it's a good
Nice.
vibes. Well,
That's pretty cool. That's an awesome item.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
like that.
All right. Who wants the mistletoe for the
that honestly sounds like a very honker type item to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, and when you
it,
could
it
squeeze the
is.
juice on your bowling pin, get a shillelagh pin.
Who doesn't love a
Honker
shillelagh
always has
pin?
like crazy spells, so it just seems like a honker thing.
Yeah, that's really cool. They should both. That should be in the party sheet there if you want to grab that item. It's primeval mistletoe is what it's called.
I would like to go over to the horsies and pull some apples out of my bag and give them to them.
Not turnips?
Those are mine.
Fair.
I don't share turnips.
All right, so you hold out some apples for these horses, and they eagerly eat them up. Do you let them out of their stalls here? Let them be
Hell yeah.
okay. All right,
Be free.
so you let them out. They're happily eating these apples that you've given them. Like those are gone, within mere seconds. And then, with you letting them out of here, you can tell they're definitely a little weak from the starvation, but they do not like being in here with whatever the fuck that was that just happened. And after consuming, all of the food that you had given them, they make their way out of the stable and looks like they leave. They head out the gate to who knows where.
Okay, good.
All right.
So, based on this, we can expect that whatever inside the tavern itself, the Great Hall, is probably booked.
It has purple blood.
I guess it does.
Coagulated.
I'm guessing like the blood color it does is probably based on like the type that the creature is, and like I'm guessing since this was like a monstrosity or something, that maybe those are all like purple or something like that.
No, it was just full of jam.
Yeah, it was all the holly juice, like those holly berries that kind of squished around in there, but and all right,
Full of jam. It's got jam hands.
yeah. Okay, are we doing any post battle healing up in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not hurt at all. Who needs some healing? I can do too.
Moss is like
Maz is living on a prayer.
yeah, Moz is living on a prayer.
Did anybody else take any damage?
I took a considerable amount, but my numbers are still green. Maz needs it bad. Maz got like twice as much as I did.
So
Yeah, well, and Moz can also do the heals as well, so we can.
well, me and Scorch did not get hurt at all. So
Okay, so Braz, that is a critical success, so should be
so that's
4d8 plus
Okay.
5.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you both get 26.
Nice. That was to Grotus and Maz, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so I should remove 26 now?
Yep, yeah, heal yourself for 26.
And then maybe Maz.
Yeah, I'll have
Heal
Maz
herself
do
and
some on
Conquer.
herself, and alright, so 14.
Or maybe Grotus again. I don't know. He's still pretty hurt.
I'm also going to activate my regeneration.
That's true. You guys do have your little regen thing you can do, which may be handy, or at least especially for Maz. Let's see. Seven. Okay. And let's see. So Maz will try to heal herself some. And then also, let's see, what's the amount of, you said it was, what's the amount of healing that
I'm trying to look it up.
it should be, if you go to your notes,
We've got a couple of them, but none of them say anything about a regen amount.
it's the light one, or not the light one, fuck, where is it?
It's not water.
Yeah, that should, wait, where is the,
Light one's not opening for me.
I feel like some of the, whatever they did in this latest update messed up a few things. Let's see. Let me find it here for you guys, 1 second.
Is it the stone one?
No, the first one was, yeah, the stone, the water, and the light were the 3 towers in the last chapter. So it was, let's see. Let me go back.
It's showing us like DM notes.
Really?
And
Weird.
like yeah, there's like arrows on the bottom. I can scroll back and I can see all like the DM notes and tips and assets.
Weird.
Just by like hitting the back and forth arrows on the Aeon Orbs things, and it like describes what it's supposed to like, how we get it, and that like new characters who join also get it.
Yeah, right.
But it says like, they get this much XP and this item, but then I click on the item, it doesn't tell me what it does.
Okay, yeah, something in this latest update fucked up something here. Okay, let's see.
Let's just say my nearest memory is that it was regen 4.
I believe you are correct. I'm just trying to find where.
Where did we have that? That was in the miscellaneous notes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been putting them in the in the
Okay.
notes tab and the
Because
miscellaneous.
yeah, the ones I have, some of them won't even open. Like the only one that'll open is the Resonant Reflection Stone. All the rest of the modules not there.
You look at the arrows on the bottom of that. If you click those arrows back, it just starts showing you more DM notes.
Oh, here we go. Resonant.
I
Okay,
don't have arrows.
it's resonant reflection of life. Okay, so you gain. So you gain double the normal amount of hit points when you rest, and then once per day, it's fast healing 3 for 1 minute, and the amount of fast healing increases by 1 for every 2 levels you have beyond 5th level. So since we are level 12, so 7, 9, 11. So fast healing 6 is what you guys have.
Woo!
So that would be, I believe that's, double check how fast healing works. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Oh, I guess Scorch did get hit. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he got a little hit by the like bone blast with the bone shards. Okay, so it's at the beginning of each turn of their turns. It's a regen for that amount, so 6, 6 per turn. Which, with that combined with, especially if you have this mistletoe AOE down, that could be pretty nice. Little regen buff that you guys can throw out on yourselves. All right, so if we pop that off, so with 1 minute, so 10 rounds. So if you do this for a minute, you can do 60 healing for yourself. So Maz is going to do that
Nice.
as well. Okay, so Maz is feeling a little better here. And then... Oh, I didn't do the medicine check for Maz's... Well, she should be here any minute. She would have just gotten off like a moment ago. So, and it's not very far away. 18. So that's a success. So 2d8 plus 5, 14. Okay. So let's see. So Gross, you said you were doing your fast healing, which if so, you're all healed up then. So then we'll apply the 14 to Honker, who's the only other one that's damaged. So Honker and Maz. So go ahead and 14 heal yourself, Honker, and I'll get Maz's here.
You said I'm fully healed?
Yeah, you're fully healed because since we have fast healing 6 with what level we are and how that Aeon Stone power leveled up, if you just do its whole duration, which is a minute, that's 60 healing. Or if you did it in combat, it's 10 rounds.
Gotcha.
But since we're out of combat, you'll just kind of chill and have a nice little glow or something for a while. Just look cool. So, okay, there we go. Everybody's looking a lot better. Okay. And I think, let's see, people grabbed... Oh, yeah, Grotus has the Aeon Stone. Sylvan, by the way, is what you understand now, Grotus.
Cool.
Is there anything else in the stable?
Nothing else of particular interest, no. This is all that's really left is just this mess of bodies.
And jam.
I will note there are 2 other Aeon Stones in the party sheet. One of them isn't super useful because I don't keep track of it because it makes it so you don't have to eat or drink, but I don't keep track of that anyways. But the other one, the pale lavender ellipsoid Aeon Stone, basically gives you a 6th level counter spell. So someone might want to have that.
Oh, I could take that. I keep my eye out for counter spelling because I
Okay.
have one.
Yeah, it's like that
Okay.
one, having that one basically puts like a counter spell shield on you specifically. So if there's a spell that specifically targets you, it casts a
Okay.
6th level counter on it. So that one's useful to have. Let me just double check if there's anything else in here that I think a lot of this other stuff is just sellable things. But yeah, that's the other one that was specifically probably a good one to have in
I
the
think
pocket.
some of that's been in there a long time.
Yeah, some of it. I know we did sell some stuff at some point. But yeah, some of these other ones are. Yeah, this is like just a regular ass ring. This is a. Yeah. Okay. All right. So all is quiet here in the stable now. The horses have left now that you've fed them somewhat and sent them on their way. The dull thump of music from the large building continues outside. But now there are just additional questions given what you just ran into out here.
Well, I was
Mm-hmm.
kind of hoping for a party, but like they seem to like enjoy this kind of stuff. That doesn't. I mean, I don't like.
I don't think we should enter through the front door anymore.
Okay.
Should we maybe kind of go around the outside of the building, get a lay of the land?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Okay. All right. So you guys walk back out of the stable here. So to give you a little picture of places you guys can go. So to the north of you here, um, right behind, like right north of this gaudy wagon, there appears to be some kind of garden. There is a wrought iron fence with kind of vines growing all over it that looks to go around this uh, exterior area here, directly to the north of you. And of course, you have the big building. Off to the east of you, there is another building directly east, and there is a strip of grass that goes to the north between the buildings, and there are some smaller buildings back up to the north, like behind these two larger ones. It looks like. So, a couple of options.
Well, what do you think, guys?
Mm,
I think it's time we wet our whistle.
Oh, I'm sorry. The large building directly to the east. Misinterpreted the way this map was laid out. That's a second floor of the main building.
Ah,
They put it in a smaller box in the big map, so I thought that was a different building, but no, that is interior. So it's just there's the big building, there's the garden with a wrought iron fence, and then around the back of the big building there appear to be a few smaller like outbuildings back there. To the
are
north.
we able to go around the garden, or do we have to go through it?
Yeah, I mean, if you could cut into the forest and go around the garden that way, or you could go around the front of the house and go up
we could
the east side of the house to get
jump
back there
in and
too.
climb it.
I just worry after what we've seen so far, what kind of weird shit could be in that garden.
Yeah, it's perfect. We just jump the fence or climb it. It's easy. It's a fucking fence.
Yeah, I mean, you can go around the east side of the house too. There's nothing over there. You're currently on the west side of the.
You know what? Let me just look over this fence. Do I see anything in this garden I recognize as dangerous?
Sure. All right, so you take a peek through the vines of this fence here. Um, you see in the middle of the kind of garden terrace here, it looks like there's a pile of what look to be theater seats that have just been like tossed in a heap out here. But otherwise,
Weird.
you don't notice anything else in particular aside from this pile of busted up
Okay.
theater chairs.
I would also like to take a stick and poke the vines to make sure they're not some crazy carnivorous gonna eat me vines.
Fair. All right, you poke the vines. They appear to be vines. Just nothing particularly notable.
Okay, I'm okay with going through the garden now. Carry on.
All right. So you guys all clamber over the fence here.
Gortys, could I
Yeah.
get a leg up, please? I'm really short.
I can just throw you over.
That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah. Chris does like the cheerleader thing, like kind of kneel, hold your hands on your top of your kneecap, and then up and over. And then he jumps over. I can roll acrobatics, but he can also just flying kick over or whatever.
Yeah, you guys get over there without too much trouble. When you guys get into the terrace here, there's this pile of chairs in the middle here. Around the edges of the garden here, there are these like pots, like flower pots, decently sized ceramic pots that look to have like buttercup flowers in them. And when you set foot in the garden here, you hear these kind of like high pitched voices calling out to you from the northern end of the garden here. And they say, "Oh, are you here to play? Are you here to play?" And from behind the pots up here, you see these small creatures step out. They look to be like pretty tiny humans to some extent. They have these little outfits on. They kind of they're pretty they're kind of child sized. So they're pretty tiny. But, they see you step in here and they're like, "Are you going to play with us? Are you going to play with us?"
Yeah. What's that like?
We'll hide. And so they go and they kind of disappear in this kind of poof. And you can kind of hear sounds of, like little feet running around. And then like it's just silent for after a moment.
Well, let's go find them and see what happens, I guess.
This
I
might
mean,
be
I don't want to
crowd.
find.
If we had like a crowd, like an entourage, maybe we could flood the zone.
I'm sorry, the what?
If we had like an entourage of little goons to like flood the zone, that might help.
Yeah. We'll all go look. Everybody go look for shit.
We'll poke around, see what we get.
All right.
We just as soon like not go find them and just go into the.
Yeah, there is a door on the
Yeah,
eastern side of
they
this
can
garden
fuck
here.
right off.
I would say like, all right, girls are gonna like, all right, we're gonna go count to 100. You better hide real good because we're fucking perceptive.
All right. Are you all just going in over there and just leaving them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seek.
I'm not gonna go seek the creepy child monsters.
Fair. All right. So you guys, claim you're gonna go count and crack open the door on the western side of this building here. Looking inside, there appears to be just kind of a normal sized hallway that extends in for a bit and then looks to go into a larger hallway. There's another door you see directly east of you. The music is a little bit louder now that the door's open. But otherwise, you don't see anything particularly of note yet.
Okay.
Open the door to the east of us.
Okay. All right, so you crack the door here, and you see beyond. This is a beautiful theater with a large stage and red velvet seats, which kind of line up with what you saw in some of the busted seats that were out in the pile outside. On the stage, you see a couple of humans that appear to be just kind of dressed in typical clothing you've seen around the area here, and they appear to be enthusiastically performing a play. However, you notice that the lines don't make any sense and are absolute nonsense. And despite the enthusiastic nature of the performance, the performers look a bit emaciated and exhausted. Like you can kind of see it in their eyes. You also notice Honker kind of peeking in here. In the audience, the only thing in the audience is there are two toad-like creatures, kind of in about the middle of the seating area, and it looks like where they are, there probably used to be a couple more rows of seats, possibly the ones directly behind you, that used to be there, but were torn out to give space for these things to be there. I think, do they have a picture of them here? Yeah, I think they do. Let's take a look here. There you go.
Yeah, you can take it
Oh,
back.
wow. Are those called dead toads?
Kind of close. They're called Doblagubs.
Knew it. Called it.
But yeah, there's two of these in there, so they're kind of sitting next to each other in that middle bit between the chairs, watching the performance here.
And they're just chilling.
Yep, they appear to just be chilling, watching these exhausted and emaciated performers perform whatever nonsense this is.
Okay. Do we fly and kick him in the back of the head, or we see what the frog freaks want?
I'd like to kill the frog thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think they're a sign of good times.
All right, so busting in the door, guns blazing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here, let me move you guys up to being like actually right outside that door. Honker there. Brutus. Scorch. There we go. Okay. And all right, everybody go ahead and then roll perception up. And then we might take a short breather because Riz should be here any moment. And then we can get her situated and go into this with her running herself. So,
Okay.
all right. There we go. Okay, so those are all in there. So we'll go ahead and take just a quick break. Probably should only be a couple minutes. Should be here anytime. And once Riz is here and all situated, we'll get into this.
Okay.
Well,
All right. Bareback. we're all here. So to fill you in real quick, Riz, on what's happened.
Yeah.
So we started up. We were out in the front of this place. They decided to go check out the stables that were open to the west. You guys found a couple of horses in there that were still stuck in their stables and looked kind of starved. They got fed some apples and freed. And then there was also a pile of corpses in one of the stalls that constituted itself into a gigantic skeleton monstrosity, which killed you in the first turn, uh, and then attempted to swallow you thereafter.
That seems on par with how my week is going. Yes.
You guys did manage to take it out. Scorch got some good bone chomps. Scorch didn't hit anything for the first couple rounds. He was very overstimulated by the amount of bones.
Oh. Oh.
And then you guys, there was a garden on like the western end of the building that you guys crawled over the fence into. Some weird
I didn't
little.
crawl over the fence. I was thrown.
Oh, you were thrown. Sorry. It had a pile of broken theater chairs in the middle, and there were a couple of little fey children things that were like, "Come play hide and seek with us." And you guys like, "Okay, we'll play." And they went and hid, and then you guys left.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me play hide and seek with them, Oz.
That's just fucked up and evil.
Yeah.
Think of how good you
Uh-huh.
would have been at hide and seek with your entourage.
Right.
I can, if they haven't seen me, I look like a puppet or a toy to them. It's the whole thing. I've never got to use, and I was really excited. And just like father figure, Grotus crushed it. He crushed that stream.
Like all good fathers do.
Yes.
Right.
I'm okay with corrupting childlike monsters, but I don't want to kick their faces in necessarily.
So upon ditching the little children, you guys came in here and peeked into this door and found a nice big theater with some people that are very enthusiastically performing some play that is in absolute nonsense language, and they seem to be very exhausted and emaciated, but very enthusiastically still performing this anyway. And there are two very large frog things that are in the middle of the theater. Looks like there were a couple chairs that were thrown out, possibly into the garden, that they are sitting where they are. And you guys have decided to kick down the door and fuck up some frogs. And we've all rolled initiative. I already rolled yours too. So yeah, here we are.
We need to know Maz's answer to the question of the day.
Oh, that's right. So Maz,
Yes.
who is your rival?
Rival?
Yeah.
Probably I'm Honker because we both act like we are now the oh my god, I can't think.
I believe in you.
Leader of circus?
Mm.
I don't remember the word. Ringmaster.
You're still going on
Ring
about
leader.
that fucking delusion that Maz has about
Yeah.
like leading the circus?
Yeah! And also, I'm Honker thinks he's so cute, but really, Maz is the cutest. Everyone knows it.
Well, Maz, you might not want to know what Honker's answer was in regards to who is his biggest rival, because he doesn't have any rivals, because if there are rivals, they die.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Maz's answer is still significant.
Oh boy. And Grotus's was his own mortality, and Braz was Dave from junior high.
He knows what he did.
Mm-hmm. We don't know what it was, but he knows.
Maz knows.
Maz knows?
Maz stabbed him in the kidney for it. Somehow he survived. We don't know how.
That fucker. He'll pay. Someday. All right. So, we open up here in theater here. You guys bust open the door. And top of the order is one of these frogs. Oop. That's not the right page.
I don't see them in the combat tracker.
Oh, sorry.
Kind of funnily enough, my one gecko that has vocal cords is now on the frog. And it sounds like a bullfrog.
All right. So on their turn, like you guys bust in through the door, but you guys haven't done anything yet because it's not your turn yet. It just kind of ignores you. It keeps watching the play. Honker.
But
I
if
want
we
to
busted through
do
the door, would we not have a surprise attack?
surprise attacks don't exist in Pathfinder.
It does, and it does for rogues.
Yes, that is the thing. I would like to do like an appropriate recall knowledge check, just to be sure these are like need to die type
Sure.
thing.
Okay. Let's see. This would probably be. Probably nature. Yeah, nature.
Hold on. I would argue that perhaps this is somewhat theater related, and because it's theater related, I could call upon clown lore.
Is it theater
Whatever.
related? 'Cause
What
Brian
the
is theater?
hell?
I knew that was a bullshit stretch when I started that one.
All right. Let's see. So you don't recall any specific information about these things, but like, so if you recall when you and you guys were fucking up the puddle out in front of the Fortune's Hall full of tadpoles, I believe it was Honker who cast something or other on one of them that like fucked with its passage of
Yeah.
time,
Yep.
and it like matured in a short space of time. These things look somewhat similar. Like you can kind of see, like with the face area, maybe like some similarities to that
Okay.
thing. But these are like big chunky boys. So your only assumption is that these are probably like elder versions of whatever these are.
Tadpoles all grown up.
So do with that information what you will.
Okay. So then what I'll do is step into the room here, and like as I'm doing so, I'm like, oh, it's full honker performance. Like honking my horn, I'm riding, one of my entourage. It's barely standing up because I've been gaining some wood weight lately. It's
Uh,
humid.
so when you're stepping in to do your performance or whatever you're doing with your car and entourage and stuff, give me a will save.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. My worst save. I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. Fuck me.
All right. So you try to step into the room, and see. Give me the. Where's the details? Here's the details. You try to move into the room, and your movement fails.
My movement just failed. I'm
It
unable
just
to
it
move into the
fails,
room.
and the action is wasted.
Okay. Well, the performance itself is not. Honker, like,
Yeah, the performance
is
happens
unable
in
to
the
move into
hall
the
for
room, like
everyone here.
falls. The clowns like end up in a pile. It's a whole. It's a whole thing.
Yep, just in the door.
Yeah.
All right, well, they succeed on whatever that save was for.
They didn't know what it was for. Don't worry about it. A success means they just literally didn't know what I just did. So that's where we're at.
Yep,
Nobody needs to know.
Hunger's had a little moment
It's
here.
full. Yeah, it's a full one of those like, oh, I hope nobody fucking saw that.
Yeah, just somebody waved to someone behind you, and you waved, and then realized.
Yeah, that's my whole turn. Like, I'm hanging my head in shame at this point. So that's
Okay. Scorch. So I mean, you guys have all noticed that like Honker's like it looks like he like took a step and then just like it seems like it didn't like connect with all this whatever he was doing. So Scorch.
I don't know. Where are these little dudes at? I can't even see them.
There's a door.
They're to your right.
Yeah, like they're on the other side of the wall to the right of you because there's a door right to the north. But if you like scoot up just
Yeah,
a little
scoot
bit
up
to
to
peek
where
through the door, you
Honker
should be able to
is.
see them.
Okay, yes, now I can see them. I mean, I don't want to waste a turn, but I don't really know what Scorch can do without being able to go in the room.
Yeah, I mean you can just have him hold his turn for now until you guys decide
Yeah, I
what you're
think
gonna
that's
do.
what I'll. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just have him hold.
Okay. All right. And Braz, how about yourself?
Kind of move up next to Honker here because she's kind of where she can't see. I know I saw Honker not be able to go in the room, but I'm gonna try just to make sure that's for real.
Okay. All right. Give me a will save. All right, Braz, you step into the room, and you just step into the room.
fuck you.
Sorry.
The
Do they do anything?
the two large frog things still haven't really bothered. Like you see like one of them maybe like kind of looked in your direction a moment, but they seem more interested in the play because so far all you guys have really done is attempt to walk in the door.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna kind of put on a pretense of, oh, sorry, and like I'm gonna go find a seat, and I'm just gonna move up a little bit. So
Give me another will save. All right, you go find a seat.
I guess that'll be my turn. Not a super exciting one.
Yep. All right. The other big frog thing is chilling. Grotus.
It's Groton time. Flying kick!
Give me a will save.
This is gonna be funny if you don't make it in.
This is really gonna be funny if you don't make it. Oh, he makes it. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping you'd fail that.
Just like midair, right at the door over Honker. Just. All right. So Grotus comes flying in with a kick right into the side of this big frog thing. Goddamn. Laying into this.
Hold on. And I need checks real quick.
Okay.
My thing says whenever I get the critical with the unarmed strikes and I'm proficient, I also get the critical effect bonus, whatever that is.
Oh. Which feat is this? Where is this at? Or whatever it is.
Sorry. Yeah, the brawling group. Stunning stances, 2 stands. Okay, an unarmed attack can't be discerned. All right, I'll look it up later. Sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. Like, where?
There should be some kind of critical effect, possibly for my stunning strike or just for an unarmed strike. But
Let's see.
Either way, he can roll his will.
Yeah.
Fortitude
Yes.
save.
Fortitude saves. Yes. Let me do those here. Where is your fortitude, sir? Here it is. 43.
I think he's fine this time.
Yep. For now.
I'm gonna do the feint and then.
Okay. Your deception does succeed.
Woohoo. I don't think that would have hit even if I'd factored in the off guard.
Yep, that would not have. So you whiff it.
That is
You blew it. All right,
You blew
Maz.
it.
Grotus has just sailed over your head.
What is the range on a whip?
On a whip?
Yeah.
Let me check. Whip. Pathfinder 2E. They can be used to attack enemies up to 10 feet away.
So I'm going to move a little bit down. I am now 10 feet from this Fae. Would you consider this a, like...
Oh, you're muted, by the way.
Would you consider this frog creature to be of like an animal type?
An animal type?
Yeah.
Let me see. I mean, it does say amphibious is one of its traits, so I don't know if that counts for that. Sure, why not?
So I'm going to strike it with the whip of compliance.
Okay.
Hopefully this hits because I don't have proficiency apparently. Or wait, maybe I do. It just changed. Wait. But no, it.
On the.
Okay, can I re-roll it? Because when I rolled it, it now says that I get a plus 20, not a plus 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Oh.
Of course, now it works.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my damage first.
Yeah.
Okay. So because I hit it.
Yeah.
It now needs to attempt a DC 25 will save.
Okay. It rolls a 43.
Well, shit.
It
gets a plus 26?
Mm-hmm.
Os.
Yep.
Let me just make sure there's nothing.
Probably not, I would think.
No.
God
God damn it.
That
That
was
was gonna be so fun if it worked.
All right, so the Fae on the left here that you guys have been messing with, Grotus has flown in here. You've been doing this. They are now interested in you because you guys are fucking with the performance. And
We're all about that performance.
Yep. All right, so this large Fae, make sure. Yeah. Okay. Just had to scoot him a little bit so I can get Grotus. It. Bites at you with its jaws, like its mouth opens wide here, and it tries to bite at you. Grotus misses. Misses. And hits. All right.
You fool. You are now off guard to my next attack.
Aha! All right, the other Fae here is also taking notice of you guys. Interrupting the performance. And... Oops, wrong creature. There we go. It moves up a little bit. And it's kind of space here. Kind of starts pushing over the chair in the front here. Get a little closer to you, Braz. And it opens its mouth, and its tongue shoots out.
I took my seat.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to hit both of you. Hold on. Didn't roll any damage yet. Stop. Targeting. Gotta scoot you. Okay. There we go. Okay. Shoots tongue at you. And let's see, does that do... It does not do any damage. Okay. Does it do anything different on a critical? Okay. It pulls you with its tongue 10 feet closer to it, Braz. And Braz... Oops. You are currently grabbed by the tongue of this thing.
Gross.
Yep. Scorch.
All right, now my Wolfie boy's gonna come in.
He's going to roll a will save. Scorch does not come in.
Well, he's gonna try again.
All right. He can try again. Roll another will save. All right. Scorch tries really hard this time, and he does make it in. Where is he moving to in the room? Is he moving up to the close one here by Grotus?
He's gonna go kind of in between me and Grotus.
Okay. All right. So he makes it all the way in here. What is he doing? He has one action left.
I think he's gonna attack the one that's got me.
Okay. Throughout all of this, the couple of performers on the stage are just still enthusiastically performing whatever nonsense this is. Ah, misses.
It's a no-go.
It's a no-go. Not enough bones this time. All right.
Now not squishy.
Yeah, well, it's just squishy. Grotus, you're up. The creature is flat-footed against you.
Oh, yes, he is. In Fantasy Grounds,
Yeah, it's been a little slow today.
I just never get over the fact that I need to have 5 separate windows just to roll the same attack every turn, and all of the windows always want to conflict with each other.
Right.
this time I have to have the modifiers open, one on top of the combat tracker, and then on the map, and then my character and the tabs. Yeah.
That's a hit.
Adding the damage manually.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. Laying into this big squishy thing. And again.
That was good. He can roll for being stunned, though.
He will roll for being stunned. Let's see. That's the first one here. Fortitude. Rolls a 35.
That makes it. He's fine.
Still fine. Okay.
But he will be deceived.
All right. Roll him up.
Shisha.
Nice. He is indeed. Oh.
That's it.
All right. Braz, you are currently grabbed. I believe it's a roll you can do to get out. Here, let's see your home place. So you are off guard. Let's see.
Are my hands free?
All right, let me see. Immobilized. Yeah, you can still attack. You just can't like move yourself because you're being held in place.
Don't need to move to throw alchemist fire at these bastards.
That is true. But if you did want to move, it's a fortitude save to try to bust out of the tongue grab you're in. But do what you got to do.
I think right now we're just gonna throw a couple alchemist fire at them.
Okay. That's a double hit. Go ahead, roll them up. Nice, nice.
Let me put the persistent fire damage on them.
Yeah.
And then I'll roll a second one.
Okay. A miss and a miss. That still does splash. All right. This fancy theater you guys are in is looking a little scorched here in the middle of the floor. All right. That everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Maz, you're up. Currently chilling with Honker in the door.
Maz would like it known for the record. She's still annoyed that whip didn't work.
Can't hear you, Maz.
You're muted again.
Maz would like it known for the record that she's still annoyed the whip didn't work. She is very upset also that this stupid ugly fat frog is picking on her sister. So she's gonna try and move into the room.
All right. We'll save it up. All right. You managed to summon enough willpower to move into the room. So go ahead and move wherever you were going to move.
You might have to move me.
Oh.
I think I screwed myself by putting me under Honkers.
It's okay. I scooted Honkers. You can grab yourself. There you go.
Okay. So, let's see. Where am I moving? Maz is gonna move right here.
All right. So you kind of dodge between the seats here and Scorch and kind of get up in the middle of these big rotary dudes.
I'm basically standing like right by Scorch, but I didn't want to fuck up my token again.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So you still have 2 actions.
So I'm gonna attack the fat, ugly frog monster that has bras. With my rapier. Because she wants to stab it a lot.
Well, luckily you will be able to do so. Go ahead and roll them up. Excellent. All right.
Almost max damage.
Yeah, those are pretty good rolls.
She's really angry.
I mean, you were recently dead in a very spooky manner.
And there's my
And
second
almost
roll.
eaten.
Yep. Hey, nice.
Blah.
All right. Getting out some hurt on this big puncturable creature.
You're.
All right. Honker, you're up. You're the only one outside the room.
That's fine. I don't need to be in the room. I will inspire courage.
That's fine. This was all part of my plan anyway.
Yep, didn't want to be in there.
This is what I wanted to do, okay? I don't want to go into the fucking room. Anyway, that one directly kind of in front of me there to the east, I'm gonna try something.
Oh boy. It critically succeeds on whatever that was.
Never mind. That's my turn. I'm a piece of shit and I shouldn't have woken up
Honker
this
is just
morning.
getting psychologically denied this fight.
Because Honker wanted to play hide and seek.
I mean, pretty much anything that requires a will save, these frogs are gonna succeed at. They have a plus 26 to their will save.
Oh, you're muted again.
Anything that the frogs
Have to do a will save against, they're gonna succeed at because they have a plus 26.
Yeah, they seem pretty willpowering. Speaking of willpower, Grotus.
Willpower animates flesh, crushes bone. Stumbling strike.
Alrighty. Oh.
Yeah, flurry blow, second attack.
There we go. That's more like it.
Roll or be stunned.
All right, let me get the stun roll in here. Fortitude. It rolls a 28. So it is
Stunned one.
stunned one.
Final attack. I'm okay with it.
Oof. Okay. All right. So this fame. Its mouth opens at you, Grotus. Oops. Should not be targeting Braz 2. And its tongue shoots out at you and tries to grab you. Succeeds. So you're currently grabbed. And all right. It tries to pull you into its mouth, Grotus, but you critically succeed on the athletics check, kicking and flailing and whatever to prevent this. So you're still grabbed by its tongue, but you manage to prevent yourself from being swallowed.
We need things to stop trying to eat us.
Yeah, there's certainly some large hungry things around here, it seems. All right. The other thing. All right, so it takes its damage from the persistent fire, and it continues pulling you, Braz, towards it. And let me roll this here. All right. You also managed to succeed, barely, preventing yourself from being swallowed by this creature. All right, and that one takes the damage from the fire, and Scorch is up.
Okay. We will go ahead and bite the squishy boy.
The squishy and biteable. Very nice. Oh. Ah. Got one good bite in at least. All right.
Yeah, Scorch is like, ugh, gross.
All right, Maz, you're in the middle of these two. Both are trying to eat your friends.
She's gonna keep hacking at the one that she's already hacking at because she wants to try and kill one, and in her mind, it makes more sense to stick with it.
Mm-hmm. You're already in the queue. Don't switch queues. Oh.
God damn.
God damn.
Yeah, getting some low rolls here. You still got one more. Nope. Not this time.
Jesus fucking Christ on a cracker, man.
Yeah. All right, Braz, you've managed to avoid getting swallowed. You're still grabbed. So you can try to get out of that, but you can still attack. You're not completely restrained.
What do I need to roll to try to escape?
See, the grab is I think it was athletics. Should have just kept that up here. Mobilized. Fortitude. All right, let me just make sure. Yep. Come on, Fantasy Grounds. Let's see. Fortitude. Okay, you do manage to kind of unstick yourself from this thing's tongue. So you still have your other actions, and you're now mobile at least.
Okay. I think because I'm so close, I'll go ahead and use my club.
Okay. Those single digits. Oh man, 2 and a 1.
Was the fortitude did that count as one of my actions?
That did, yeah. That was
Okay,
was the first.
I am done.
That's it. Okay, brings us to Honker.
I'll do a chill touch on one here.
Is that a touch spell though, or is that have a range?
I have a ranged feat.
Oh, okay.
All my spells are everything's ranged.
Nice. Okay, it does succeed against the roll for
Yep.
that.
Yeah, like, you know, why wake up in the morning? Takes half damage. There you go. Or whatever.
Oh, you were still targeted on all of your party members. Hold on.
Well, fuck all y'all. Sorry.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Don't worry. All right, see,
I'll drop it on the
33.
right guy and do that to him, and then I'll inspire courage. Because what I did, I'm sure, just inspires courage. That would be my turn.
Okay. Everyone's feeling a little inspired, but weirdly hurt in some way you don't quite understand.
Feel hurt.
Yeah, that tracks.
Grotus, you're up.
Time to make frog stew. Hey, Flurry. Hero pointing. That.
Okay.
Flurry. God damn it.
Ooh.
Another flurry. Alright. Roll for stunning.
All right. Let me roll them up there. It rolls a 28. It is stunned.
Be stunned. And now I deceive you.
It is deceived.
Now I destroy you. That's my turn.
Not so much. All right. And Honker, you're back around at the top this time.
Oh, yay. I'm gonna do good. We'll try that, there's not much I can do. Hey, there we go.
Ooh, it critically succeeds.
And I'll inspire courage once it rolls off of people again. I don't
Okay.
want to double up on it.
Okay, yeah. That is fine. Okay, so this one here with Grotus. So Grotus, you are still on the tongue. And let's see. It tries.
With one of its 2 remaining actions.
Correct. And you once again critically succeed your athletics save. This thing tries to pull you in again, but you're still just
too squiggly.
Yep, too squiggly. All right, take some persistent fire damage from the alchemist fires, and the other one. You managed to escape from its tongue last time, Braz. So it just bites at you. Chomp. Critically misses. Tries again. All right. And it's trying to bite at you. You're avoiding it. And for its last action, you see, so there are these performers that are up on the stage that are just kind of doing whatever the fuck is going on up there. The nearest one to you on the stage suddenly, like, lurches off the stage in your direction and tries to, like, grab at you. And you're looking at him as he tries to do this. Like, you can see in the eyes, they don't want to be doing this. But they're trying to grab at you anyway. Give me a reflex save, Braz. Okay, you managed to dodge out of the way. So this emaciated looking theater performer kind of just lands on the ground next to you as you dodge out of the way. And that one takes the persistent damage from your fire, which brings us to you, Braz. Deftly avoiding being restrained.
Gonna hit him with the club.
Bonk. Let's go. Very nice. All right, the 1-2. Can we make it a 1-2-3? We cannot. Damn. All right, Maz. You're up.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Oh, your thing's up again.
Sorry. I keep like muting it so Moog doesn't echo. I'm gonna keep going with my rapier.
Okay.
Hot.
That's a hit.
Oh, thank God. I might have cried.
All right. All right, go ahead and follow him up. Aw. Damn it.
Maz was just so excited that first time.
Mm-hmm. All of the energy went into that one. All right.
Look, I almost died.
That's true. And you were dead for a moment, but
I'm just a little out of breath, guys.
Scorch. Oh. The squishiness. The squishiness is too much. The jiggliness, the jello aspects.
He doesn't like jiggly. He likes bones.
Not enough, not crunchy enough. It's understandable.
He has a phobia of jiggles. Please don't make fun of him. God, you're so insensitive.
He's already so sensitive about his Friar Tuck hair. We don't need to add to it.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
God. Stop picking on him, you bully.
All right. So let's see. So Grotus is still on the tongue of this one, and
Tap dancing on a tongue.
it's gonna try. We're gonna try it again. Ooh. Okay. Grotus fails the squirreliness. It was not enough this time,
His feet
and
got sticky.
yeah, his feet got all sticky. All right. So, this creature swallows you. You are now inside the creature.
Oh boy.
And
Holy crap.
you take a decent amount of bludgeoning damage from being in this thing. Wait, why did it?
Sorry. I have this thing, the shark tooth charm.
Ooh.
Trigger. You attempt to escape using acrobatics for your roll, but you haven't rolled yet. Fuck, never mind. Just use it before the roll.
Well, hey, I mean, there's still things to escape from. You're currently inside a thing, so
Okay.
keep that in mind. Although, why did that do double? Because that was not a critical. Yeah, that should not have been that much. Hold on. Let me fix that on you, Gertis. That should not have been a critical. I don't know why that rolled that. So, let's see.
Basically, next time I have to escape from this, next time I have to roll an escape acrobatics roll,
Yeah.
I'm activating my shark tooth charm.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that'll be next time. So, let's see. 90, 77. Okay. I fixed your damage. And that is its turn. Trying to eat you. All right. The other one here. You see the actor that had been kind of thrown onto the floor trying to grab you. Pretty energetically, like just jump back up off the floor. And once again, kind of lurches at you, Braz. So go ahead and roll me a reflex. Nice. You managed to dodge out of the way of that one. And the creature here, frustrated with your dodging, once again tries to bite at you. Ooh. Whew. Spicy bite. And misses on the last one, which brings us to you, Braz. Takes a little persistent damage from the fire still.
Well, joke's on him because he's gonna be on fire for a while. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep hitting him.
Or not. Oof. Oh, there we go. Oh, even with the 19 wasn't quite. Damn. All right, Grotus. You're currently inside this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what does your shark tooth thing do?
Basically, if I succeed, or if I fail on the check to make an escape, if I get a success, it becomes a critical success. If I fail, the creature must either release you as a free action or take 2d8 piercing damage as shark's teeth momentarily emerge from your skin.
That is very handy for the situation. Okay, we'll go ahead and roll a what was it that it that's process athletics. Yeah, athletics. There we go. Nice. Okay, so Grotus, with your sheer athleticism, you manage to wrest yourself back out of the throat of this thing, and onto the floor in front of it. So you are unrestrained and free. What are you doing?
Punch in the mouth that brought me back.
Alrighty.
Aha.
Oh.
Flurry. Back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
To be fair, you were just eaten. So
Yeah.
a little slippery. Honker.
Bunker, that's... Yeah, man, I don't have a lot here for these guys that isn't Will.
Well, you do have a cool item you just got to polish up a certain bowling pin.
Yeah, but then I'd like have to,
Have enough will to enter the room. Yeah.
yeah.
What
Yeah, that
about some
sort
of
of
our
thing.
uh like random powers we've gotten? Do we have any attacky ones?
I don't think any of the ones you've gotten have been like attacky ones. They've all been kind of buff.
Didn't we get a laser guy one?
Oh, that's right. There is that. I believe that
Yeah,
was
I'll
the.
try that next turn here.
Let's see. Yeah, once per day you can cast Searing Light as an innate divine spell, heightened to a spell level equal to half your level rounded up. So 6.
I will do Dirge of Doom, and I failed at Chill Touch, and I'll laser ball him next turn here.
Okay. Dirge of Doom then. Oh wait, you already did. I see those there now. Alrighty then. Maz. Grotus has been barfed onto the floor behind you.
Gross. You better shower tonight. I'm gonna just keep hacking away with my rapier. Because now I'm just angry that I suck.
Mods and Honker Solidarity. Hey, critical. Hey, nice. All right, you were carving this thing up. Hit number 2.
Hit number 2 is 1 away from critical.
Ah. Still, nice chunk of damage here. You got one more. There goes. All right. Scorch. There's one here right east
I
of
got a
Scorch is
little cocky and
looking pretty
tripped
rough.
over Scorch's foot.
Aw.
That's okay. He forgives you.
Oh, good.
Nice. Scorch coming in with the chomps. Oof. Can he do it? Oh. Not quite.
Well, he was doing his claws, and to be fair, Maz tripped on his foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His little Pete was hurting.
Yeah. Well, Braz, you're up first in the order this time. Oof. Oof. Ah. The Scorch is raring to go once again.
Oh, good. Hopefully he'll do something.
All right, Scorch does his best, misses. Hey, there we go. Gets a chomp in. All right. Chomps. That one. It goes down.
And he'll use his last action on the other one.
Okay. Whiff. Well, Maz, stabbing can continue in the other direction this time.
Okay. She she kind of heaves a sigh of relief and then points her rapier at the other frog and says, "Your turn, bitch."
Oh. Your turn. Stabs the air.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
man.
Jesus H. Christ on a cracker, man.
Oh. You menacingly stab the air 3 times. You're really gonna give it to him.
This was all intentional. It was a taunt, okay?
Mm-hmm. All right,
It's
Grotus.
to lure him into a false sense of winning.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
This time I'm opening with a deception.
Okay.
Oh well. It's flurry of blows.
All righty. Oof. Man, they are giving you guys a run for your money, but not quite.
Be stunned.
Oh, yeah, let me roll his fortitude. He's stunned.
Woo.
All right. All right, the stunned large Fae, once again, shoots out the tongue at Grotus. And give me a reflex.
It was denied at snacks once. Never again.
Well, that was for you, Grotus. Give me a reflex.
Oh no.
Oh, did we lose?
Sam?
Crocus!
Did we lose him?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
Wait, what?
Oh, there you are. Okay, we can hear you again. A reflex save, if you would.
Coming right up, boss.
Nice. Okay, so it shoots out, hits you with the tongue, but you manage to clear the reflex save and avoid getting grabbed by it. All right, so with the stun, that is the end of its turn. Damn, big roll on the persistent fire damage, though, on that last hit. Jesus. Let's see. Oh, wait, that's not damage. That's the persistence roll. My bad. Honker.
Honker will. Doom fell off.
Mm-hmm.
So Honker will do the Dirge Doom. Get him frightened.
Okay.
Dead debuff on him. Inspire courage on all his pals. And then attempt to move into the room again.
All right, we'll save.
You can do it.
Your will save. How about that? How about that?
Hey, you do. Come on in.
Okay, my turn.
Confidently strolls into the room. All right, Grotus. You've deftly karate blocked a tongue attack.
Block. God damn it with the rolls.
But the hits are not coming.
Yeah, we're not doing great on that, are we?
Whew.
Yikes, Rooney.
You know, it's a good thing it's happening with these and not with the big skeleton thing, because boy, that thing was hurting. All right.
Deception.
No deception either. God damn.
Gotta roll 20 to hit with the last one. Oh,
All right. So this thing, well, it does still have, because the stun effect, it like lasts a little bit, right? It's like is it just a turn from your stunning strike?
yeah.
Okay, never mind. So that goes back off then. Okay, so, let's see.
Has it had a turn since it was stunned?
Well, this would be because it got stunned last turn.
Oh, it loses stunned 1 by not taking an action from being stunned. That's what reduces stun value.
Okay, I see. All right. So then this thing, let's see. It is going to turn a little bit. It's going to bite at Maz.
Wow, it just really didn't like my taunts.
I really didn't. You're very threatening. Chomps into you.
Words hurt.
Yeah, words hurt. Don't be a bully. Well, so are these bites.
Oh.
Yeah. Misses on that one, though. Okay. Scorch.
Coughs up blood.
Again. Hey, Scorch coming in with the teeth. Alright. Takes chunks. Leaves chunks. Blows chunks.
Those 16s are so close to hitting, too. That's what sucks.
Oh, yeah, those third attacks. Just not being friendly. Alright, Maz.
Coughs up a little bit more blood. Points with her fingers to her own eyes, and then slowly switches to a middle finger and flips it off. And then she's gonna stab it.
Alright, we'll see.
Wow. The DM had no confidence.
Oh. Oh, it lingered on that 20. I saw that. Oh.
Maj unsuccessfully taunts it again.
We'll see how that works out for you. Bras.
Alright, I will come down here and start smacking this one.
Alrighty. Bonk.
Just out of curiosity, how tall are these things?
They're large. Like,
So it's even funnier then because Moz is probably like up to the top of its arm.
you know, probably, yeah.
Pretty small, so.
Yeah, most of you guys are pretty eatable.
Actually, we're all eatable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. I mean, Honker might be a little crunchy, though. I mean, Honker's made out of wood. I mean, I guess he's eatable to termites.
Oh my god. We gotta spray for termites.
Honker's biggest
just
fear.
Like itching himself like crazy.
Honker just found out what termites are. This had never been a concern.
New fear unlocked.
This is my new rival.
New rival discovered. Termites. All right, Honker, you're up. Invigorated with this knowledge that something is out there that needs to be destroyed.
Destroy it.
Oh man. Hey.
The damage rolls are even shit. God.
But it killed it.
Oh wait. Oh, that's Honker's turn, not Greta's. My bad.
Let him have
Just
it.
have it.
Here's one. Here's
Oh yeah, it was just 11 damage. Yeah, whatever. We'll just have my habit. I didn't even notice that was the killing blow. All right. Pop. All right.
So what's going on with those two dancers?
So as soon as you kill this thing, the actors that were here on the stage just like immediately collapse, and the one that was kind of out in the audience a bit because it had been dragged around trying to get after Braz, also just kind of falls to the floor from where he was standing, and or both like all of them are just like, oh my gosh. And like after kind of catching their breath for a moment, a couple of them, kind of quickly make their way down the stage to all of you. The first one that comes up is kind of a stout, kind of oily-haired dude. He kind of runs up to you and he's like, "Oh, gods, I cannot thank you enough for breaking us out of that. My goodness. Ugh. Ginritz, Partway, pleasure to meet you." And like before he's even finished his sentence, this other guy comes down and kind of pushes him out of the way, and he's like, "No, no, no, no." And this is like a very kind of suave looking half elf who is doing like a bunch of dancing up on the stage. He's very sweaty from all of this. But he's like, "No, no. Please, I am so much more grateful than Ginritz here. Imlander Groost, dancer, performed here many years, but definitely not in a way like that. I don't even know how long we were up there. It seemed like it would never end. What the hell?"
Well, it has been a while since anyone in town has heard from anyone up here, so...
Really? How long?
Hey, DM, how long?
It's been like 2 weeks.
It's been like a fortnight.
And he kind of, his eyes widen a bit, and he's like, "Really? Well, that certainly explains the pain in my stomach then. I feel like I can barely stand up." And he kind of collapses down into one of the theater seats here. And then she's just kind of like laying there staring at the ceiling, like blinking, like you're like they said, these guys look pretty emaciated. Like they've clearly been doing this probably nonstop for 2 weeks.
Maz digs in the bag of holding and takes out a pillow. Hey, do you need this?
Oh, and the bag is cold, so it'd be a nice cool pillow.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, the bag of holding dimension is kind of
Both
cold.
sides of the pillow are cool.
Oh man.
And it's a silk pillowcase.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is unintentionally like the best item in the game. It's just a regular ass silk pillow, nicely chilled in the bag of holding dimension.
Maz knows how to treat someone.
Look, it's the simple things in life.
Right. All right. So you can see he kind of like wordlessly like nods a little bit and just gladly accepts this nice cool pillow. As he kind of lays there on this bench. The other gentleman, Ginritz, kind of continues looking at you all and says, "So how did you? I mean, did you come out here for the festivities? Well, not these, but we usually have our various endeavors here, performances and gambling. Did nobody else come in all that time, and now you showed up? I I don't think I recognize you from town.
Well, they tried to send some people up, but then no one came back except for a horse.
And you see him kind of look a bit sad at the stews and says, "Well, perhaps we weren't the only ones stuck in some terrible loop for these past 2 weeks. Perhaps there are others. Have you gone anywhere else in the facility here at Fortune's Hall? Have you seen anyone else?"
No.
Yeah, we kind of like just managed to get in the building.
Some creepy children. They'll be lurking in the garden. Don't worry about that, though.
We don't need to talk about them.
Oh, I mean, those we usually don't allow children here at the gambling hall, so
I don't think they were children.
ugh, more of these strange creatures. Gods.
Yeah, why don't you go dance for him and see what happens?
I don't know if I can at this point. I mean, the only I have tried to resist as best I could for whatever those large creatures you managed to apprehend here for us. But the only thing keeping me going was their sheer willpower over me. I don't think I can dance anymore at this point.
You guys should probably like leave or something.
Have you perhaps seen the Caristers at all? They're the owners of this place.
No.
Just you.
Yeah, you guys are the first people we've been able to talk to here.
Again, literally just got inside.
Yeah. I mean, we can definitely go look for those people, but I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm pretty sure they're the reason these things are here.
Well, if you do go looking for them, have you ever met the Caristers before? Do you know what they look like? I mean, you said they hadn't seen you in town before, so I'm not sure how familiar you are with people around here.
No, we've never seen them before. We've just heard about them from the mayor.
Okay, well, if you do come across any other people enraptured, as we were here on the stage, if there was a fine, beautiful red-haired woman, and then her husband had was always dressed in this fine suit, and just in particular, he always had this little brooch that he wore on his suit that looked like mistletoe.
Oh.
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 So
Wait,
Oh shit.
check it out. So
Oh
let me show
yeah.
you this really cool mistletoe I found, and I whip it out, and doesn't that heal? Like some of us are hurt, so like I'll.
Yeah. So when so this happened in the this was in the stable where they fought the weird undead skeleton monstrosity full of made of dead bodies.
okay.
Honker was checking out the pile for any potential good skin crafting material.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. And you had found a couple things in the pile. One was a golden Aeon stone, which Grotus took and lets him understand Sylvan. And the
Is
other,
this a pile after we killed the Fae?
this was this was in the stable. So like this was a bunch of human corpses,
Oh, okay.
and they like through angry spirit nonsense amalgamated themselves into a giant skeleton golem.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Golden orb.
And then the other thing they found was a little trinket that looked like a sprig of mistletoe, and it is a greater primeval mistletoe. And it has a couple interesting powers to it. The Hunker currently has this in his possession. He can squeeze the berries on it once every 10 minutes, which will, if you do it onto a club or a staff, will cast Shillelagh on that item. Once per day, he can tie the holly around his hand and touch a tree and cast tree shape upon himself, which will make him change into a vine wrapped around that tree. and once per day he can plant it in the ground, which will sprout a 20-foot radius area with holly bushes that pulse with positive energy and cast Field of Life, um, which is a kind of a regeneration spell that gives everybody 1d8 regeneration every turn.
Mm.
So, pretty cool little thing. But you found it in a pile of corpses.
Okay.
Okay. Continue.
Honker
Honker pulls out the mistletoe.
I like start rubbing. I pop one of the berries and I squeeze the juice to start painting little tears on my clown makeup. And I'm like, I think this person died. Just
So,
deadpan.
so, Honker, you are made of wood. So,
Mm-hmm.
I guess this would kind of cast Shillelagh upon yourself, because you are a sentient club, more or less.
I
So,
like it. Can I become like a living, like my unarmed weapon is a shillelagh? If
you
I
just
just like
Shillelagh
hold that
yourself and just run at
before,
shit.
yeah.
Why not? That would be great. Um, all right, so yeah, so you feel a little tingly from the juice, but you also kind of put this in the wooden
Is this
floor
how
here.
Honker gets drunk?
Honker gets drunk from magical mistletoe juice. That fits. That tracks. But you stick this in the wooden ground here, and like the area around you all sprouts into these holly bushes, and you can see, both for yourselves and for these other theater goers, they're definitely still hungry, but they're definitely feeling a little better from these holly bushes. And you see the couple of performers, they get a little teary in their eyes and say, "Oh, Palwin used to cast this for us for reinvigoration after performances sometimes. Where did you find this?"
Um, so there was this pile of corpses that we fought, like, and then this was in it, basically. To tell you the truth.
Well, that does not bode too well then. I mean, I remember they
No,
had
he's
mentioned
he's
that they
dead. Like, he's probably dead.
that's I don't entirely know the details of what happened, but I know shortly before all of this, the Caristers had, returned to the facility here and were excited. They were greatly excited. They said they had something to solve everyone's problems and had rushed upstairs to their quarters.
Oh,
And, well, I don't really remember much after that. But I guess
that
whatever it
sounds
was that
terrible.
happened seems to have perhaps not gone as they planned. I wish I knew more.
Well, can you stay here and we'll go learn more?
Yes, certainly. I will be more than
Okay.
happy to rest my legs. You don't happen to have any like food on you at all? I haven't had anything in, well, 2 weeks. You say, at least.
Maz just side eyes bras.
Yeah, I got some apples.
As you
So
bust out some
if,
apples for these folks.
just unrelated, if like the owner's dead, this place might be up for sale. I
I don't
was
know what
pretty
you
interested in
expected, Mood.
purchasing a new business venture, you know?
Uh, so Grinitz, he's kind of looks at you and he's like, well, we'd have to see who else is left. We're a bit of all in this together here. So we'd probably have to talk about something like that. But yeah, I guess if the Caristers are gone, we would be needing to do something to get this place back in order after we figure out what happened.
Yeah, you just think about it. And on a side note, what's the name of this place, DM? I'm sorry.
Fortune's Hall.
Uh, Fortune's Hall. If you'd like to donate to the Save the Fortune's Hall fund, you let me know, and I'll make sure and handle that for you.
And he
We're
he kind of nods at you.
looking at launching a new business venture with the
Distillery.
distillery that we also own and sometimes never remember.
We're partial owners.
Partial owners.
Yeah.
Well, we
And
certainly go through our fair
so-
amount of spirits up here, so
yeah, you think about that and the fact that there's not going to be any owners when I come back. We'll go take a look and see if we can save anybody or whatever it is you're wanting us to do.
all right. And he kind of continues nodding approvingly, and he seems to kind of lay back on this nice, cool interdimensional pillow. He's beat. So he's happy to just chill here on these benches.
We will let him chill on one of these benches, then we'll go head elsewhere, I guess.
All right. All right. Well, and with that, we're gonna call that there for tonight, and pick up on our poking around what's going on here at Fortune's Hall next time on the 23rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right.
Catch y'all
Spicy
later.
fights.
Later.
These. All right. And thank you all out there who are watching for coming. And let's see. Is there anybody I know who's on right now? Do, 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 do. Cutest goblin.
Are you cheating on me? You cheating
I don't know. See how cute they are.
on me? 1,000 years jail.